Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to share with you my experience staying in St. Christopher's Inn that is located in Camden. Now St. Christopher's Inn is I think group of hostels or a chain of hostels that is located in different locations. Even in London they have different locations. The one I stayed in was located in the region Camden, so it's called St. Christopher's Inn Camden. Now as you can see on the screen, London is divided into various zones. If you're a tourist in London, you probably want to stay somewhere near Zone 1 because that's central London. And that's where most of the landmarks, most of the touristic places are present. But you have to understand that central London is extremely expensive. But if you're a tourist, you do not want to stay farther than that. So you can choose something like Zone 2, Zone 3 or Zone 1 if that suits you. You can stay in multiple places in London when you visit. I chose first of all to rent an Airbnb, but the thing was I was reaching London on Christmas Day. So unlike what I experienced in Russia and India, on Christmas Day, London is usually like practically closed. Like they do have something open, but most of the shops, there are no celebrations, nothing. So it's like closed. Because of that, most of the Airbnbs that I tried to book, the host said they could not welcome on that specific date. So yeah, do keep it in mind. I stayed in Camden region. So as you can see on the screen, Camden region is located in Zone 2. But as you can see here, it's located right on the border just outside Zone 1. So it's very near to Zone 1, but it's actually in Zone 2. So I thought this would be a great location, and for me the price was also nice. So I chose this specific hostel as it had an option for booking because most of the other places were kind of booked as I was traveling in a holiday time like Christmas, New Year time. And on the Google, as you can see, it says it's a 3-star hostel. Now, I think I paid around 251 something pounds for 7 nights. Now, about the place. So, it's called Belusi's. That's, I think, the bar's name because this hostel is located on a bar. Like, the ground floor is the bar and the upper floors are the hostel where you can stay. And Belusi's is, I think, the bar's name, and St. Christopher's Inn is the hostel's name. I'll show you the address of this place. So as you can see, this is the address, that is 4850 Camden High Street, London, and the postcode is NW1 0LT. Now when you will reach there, usually they will take you to the entrance of the hostel. Now the hostel and the bar is in one single building, and it's like this. So whenever you reach there, you'll probably reach on this side because this is where the hostel is located. If you want to enter or exit the hostel, you probably do it from here. But if you want to go to the reception, it's through the bar. So you have to enter Belushi's. And once you enter there, you go at their reception and you check in there and you check out there. Because if you're going there first time, even I got confused and I saw 2-3 more people getting confused. If you're new there, you'll see that this is the hostel's exit. So you'll try to enter from here, but there is no entrance from here. If you're checking in, then you have to go through the bar's reception. And even if you're checking out, you have to go through the bar's reception. That's the only place they have a person handling these requests. Just front entrance of the bar. Now, this is the reception. As you can see on the left side, there is this wooden table. That's where the person usually checks you in and they stand. And then as you see this black table, or stone, this is the actual bar. Even if someone is like the person who checks you in, the receptionist also works at the bar, so they can be either way when you check in and check out. You can just tell them that you want to check in or check out and they will come and assist you. Now as you see, this is the bar section, and then these are the places where you can sit. Usually you have a discount if you are staying in St. Christopher's Inn at the bar, but I did not eat or drank there, so I don't know the prices. And then this is me. Now this is the room. I stayed in a 10 people room. So I want to say that first of all, they have a lot of room options. Like if you go through booking.com, you will see that on booking.com they have a lot of options. Like they have 9 bed, they have 6 bed, 2 bed, 4 bed, multiple options. Bathroom you can have inside your room or outside your room. There are mixed rooms. where you have both male and female genders, and you have like separate rooms like just for men, just for females, stuff like that. What the one I chose is one with 10 beds inside him, so the 10 people can stay there, and the bunk bed has 2 beds. A cheaper version was the one in which they had, I think, 9 people staying there, but it was a 3 bunk bed, so you have 3 beds in one bunk bed. And I didn't choose that one because of 2 reasons. First of all, I personally thought that the lockers in that one is a bit smaller. You can see on booking.com it's a bit smaller than the cages provided in the 2 bunk beds, because as I'll show you in the video, they have cages in this one. And the second reason is that if you choose the 9 people one, they have 3 people in one bunk bed, so you can't literally like sit when you're on your bed, because there is not much height and it's quite congested according to me. Whereas this room, even though it has 10 people, it's just 2 people in on one bunk bed, so you have enough space on each bed. Now this was my room, as you can see, and this one where the cage is out, this is my bed. As you can see that there are 2 cages, one for each person under each bed, and you need to bring your own padlock that you can attach and lock the cage, or you can buy one for $4 at the reception. I had my own lock, so I did not bought at the reception. Indian, Russian or Malaysian pins won't work here, it's totally different. But they have one that's common in UK, then they have one that's common in Russia. I'm not sure if that's common in Europe too, but if you have a Russian adapter or a plug, it will work in this pin. Then they have 2 USB-A ports, and then they have a switch for the light. You have a personal light for yourself. It's a small light. For example, if someone is sleeping, or even if everyone's awake but it's too late, like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and someone closed the light, then it's impolite to turn on the light in the whole room. So you can use this personal light. It's not a lot, but it just like lighten up your bed a bit. And then we have the then if we see, there is a mirror, and then we also have this window in each room, I suppose. The view outside is not a lot. As you can see, it's just, I think, the chimney or something. But yeah, I think it's more of for ventilation rather than view, because 10 people are staying in that place. It's like a dormitory. Yeah, I forgot to say that in this room there are 2 heaters, and both of them can be controlled, so you can control the temperature, and they worked very fine. They heat up the room quite well. They heat up to a point where I was sweating for the night, so I had to lower it down and then open the windows because it just was too hot. Also, I want to share that the plugs that I said, well, mine worked perfectly fine, and everyone in my room had perfectly fine ones. But there was one bunk bed in which, well, like every bunk bed has them, so I had them for myself, and then the upper person had them for themselves also. So if there are 10 people, then there are 10 boards like that. But one of them was not working, and because of that, the person staying on that bed had to adjust a bit and, you know, like use other person's plug or use the general plug that is available in the room for like fans and stuff. Then this is the kitchen. In the kitchen, as you can see, there is a big table for like people to sit and eat, like a dining table, something like that. Then there is sofa. And you have a table, and then they have a TV. You can watch like the cable, or you can watch from the CDs or from your laptop, something like that. Well, I didn't watch anything. If someone was watching, I just like joined them. And yeah, then they have a vending machine. In the vending machine, it's quite expensive. Like I think everything is like £1.50 or something, which is quite expensive. But if you want something, they have like chocolates and cold drinks, soft drinks, stuff like that. And then as you can see here, this is the kitchen part, and the kitchen part has microwave. It doesn't have a stove, but it does have a microwave, and it has a water heater, but I didn't use it because it was extremely dirty. And they have like a water tap. You can use it to wash, but you cannot actually wash plates or something because there is no water outlet, like proper water outlet. It's just a small hole or something like that. So yeah, but you can heat food in microwave. The only thing that's usable in that kitchen is the microwave, according to me. Then here you see there are these lockers. I think this is the same size of locker that you get if you were staying, the small lockers as you're seeing outside, where it's written the pin locker system. These are the same size of locker that one would have gotten if they stayed in a nine people room, because the lockers are smaller there. So here you see the instructions are written on how to use the locker. And then this is actually the hostel's locker. So as you see here, you can insert coins and use this locker, and the price is written there. It's like £1.50 for a smaller locker and £2.50 for a larger one for a day. So you can rent these lockers, and if you have like one big suitcase, you need a large locker. If you have a medium suitcase, then also you need a large locker. It won't fit in the small locker. The only things that will fit in the small locker, according to me, is the smaller suitcase or the cabin bag. What I mean by smaller suitcase is a cabin bag, but these ones are cheaper. You also have Bounce facility. Bounce is a luggage storage kind of company, so they have at the hostel. So if you choose, let's say, this locker, you go there, you put the coins in, you follow the instructions, and then I think the door opens and you just keep your luggage. If you want to buy like 2-3 lockers, if they are empty, you just use them and you place your stuff in that locker, and you get a code or something, and then you can go in your room. So it keeps your stuff safe, according to me. If you get the Bounce one, it's quite a bit more expensive compared to this one, and then you give your stuff at the reception. Let's say I want to keep one of my luggage in the locker, so I choose the Bounce subscription, and then you have to book it from the app and stuff. You can't pay at the reception, you have to book from the app for sure. And then you give your stuff to the receptionist, and then they take and they keep it in the locker. And then this is the exit of the from here you can exit, and then as you see the stairs. So this is actually the basement. So ground floor is the bar, and then from up, like first floor, second floor, I think they might have a third floor, I'm not so sure, but first, second floor are like the places where you can stay. And then this is the ground floor, so the basement is this one. So you need to go underground through these stairs, and then you will reach, I think there is a laundry room, which I never went because I never had to use them. And they have like a dining area, sitting area, and like a small kitchenette. There is also a bathroom right next to the microwave. There was a door, so that's where they have a bathroom. They have a toilet, and they have wash basin for washing hands. People also wash plates and stuff there, but yeah, they have it there. So right next to, so as you can see on the map here, this is the St. Christopher's in Camden, and then if you see, there is a KFC right in front of it. So this is the hostel, and then this is the KFC, and it's quite convenient to use this one because you just go out. And they also have a McDonald's. If you walk down the street, as you can see here, this is a McDonald's, and it's quite like, I think, good price. If you want to eat out in London, McD, KFC, these are like fine, because at least they are not that expensive. And also if you see in this map, where like once you reach here, this is where I was saying the exit and entrance of the hostel is, and this is where you can see the exit and entrance of the bar is. But for checking in, checking out, you have to go here, and if you put in this location and take a taxi, usually it will come like this, and then it will go on the Splendor Street. So yeah, you will be finding it, but you have to walk from here till here, and then you will get the entrance. Right here is the cafe I was showing you, and also here they have a like grocery store, small grocery store, or you know, like something like a shop where you can buy water and like noodles and stuffs, like you can get some things. And right next to this hostel and bar, if you walk down the street, that is the Camden High Street, you have Poundland, like right next to the bar. It's quite cheap, like anything you want to get, go in Poundland and see, and if they have it, get it from there because it's cheap. Then they also have Sainsbury nearby. So if you see, like this is the hostel, they have Aldi, which is like a supermarket. They also have a lot of stuff there, ready to eat food also is present there, and they have Sainsbury also. So I did bought a lot of things from Sainsbury, as you can see. First of all, I'll show this KFC. I used to like get the like kind of bucket which has like 10-piece wings and a drink and fries, medium fries and medium drink. It's I think £9 if I'm not mistaken, and I think it's fine because I can eat it twice and I'll be full. And then this is the this is just like Sainsbury bill. I just want to share like how much it cost to get one serving. They had like rice and usually chicken gravy with it, and it was nice because you just like maybe add 1 or 2 tablespoons of water or something in the rice if you want to, or in the gravy if you want to, and then you just keep it in the microwave. It heats up. It's kind of already cooked, so you can just like heat it a bit. And this is like 3.55 pounds, which is expensive if you compare it to cooking at home, but still it's comparatively fine if you want to eat something, and it's quite fine. Like the taste, you can add a bit of salt if you want to, which I did. And then this is a bill of the Poundland. As you can see, the water is just £50, 50 cents for 1.5 liter. If you get from the shop that's right in front of the entrance and exit of the hostel, that shop sells for £1.50, but this one just sells for 50. So there's a £1 difference in the same product. And then they have this like croissant, like like pastries in which they have chocolate inside, and that was cheap too. So yeah, I just wanted to share prices, so I included these bills. And this is the food that I was talking about. So this is like microwavable plastic, and they just wrap it with plain plastic, and you poke the plastic with like some sharp object, and you keep the whole tray in the microwave and microwave it for like 5-6 minutes, and then it's hot, and you remove the plastic and you eat like how it's shown in the photo. So it's quite convenient if you're staying here and you're on a short stay and you want something to eat, especially if you're Indian. They also have Chinese options over there, I saw. Then this was my room gate, and this is the toilet right next to the room gate. And they had 2 showers and 2 bathrooms. They were clean, but usually whenever I used to go in the morning, one of them used to be dirty, but one of them used to be clean. So I think someone was just using it who was not so clean. But they didn't had any soaps or shampoo or anything in them. So you need to have your own soap, shampoo and everything. I had them, so I had no problem. But this is what it is. And they had hot water also and cold water also, but you need to turn the knob fully. Like usually hot and cold shower knob has 2 knobs, one for the temperature and one for the flow. This one had just one, so it goes from like this, and here it's hot, but it's high pressure, so you can't change it. I'm just explaining in detail because it took me 2 days to understand it, because I had no idea. And yeah, this is like the toilet. Quite small. They are a bit smaller, so you can't really fit. Like you need to do some acrobats and then fit inside. This is a window. And then this is how you enter the room. You have a card, so you tap the card, only then the room door will open. And then this is my like bed, as I said, and there are 2 cages. As you can see, you can lock the 2 cages. Now as you see in the photo, this is the cage, and it seems big enough to keep one big suitcase, but because I had like, I think my medium suitcase would have easily fitted inside this one, but I had a cabin bag and I had a backpack, and these 2 bags were more important to me. So I kept my cabin bag and backpack inside this suitcase, and then it was full. There was no space whatsoever inside this cage at all. So I was planning to keep my luggage, that is my medium luggage and my large luggage, in the lockers. But then when I arrived, it was late night, so I just planned to keep it in my room for the night. And then I realized that I need to take some stuff from that luggage every now and then, and I don't want to keep it in the locker, because then I would have to go down to the locker, unpack it, come up, and it would be tedious. So I just saw that other people, basically everyone, kept their luggages with them right next to the bed. So I did the same, but I had a chain and a cycle lock, so I put a chain also and a cycle lock also along with the cage. So I kept it extremely secure, because I was a bit kind of worried about my stuff, but everyone was trustworthy, and it locks and they have cameras everywhere. So yeah, but I mean, if something gets stolen, it's your responsibility. So yeah, better to be safe than sorry. And then this is my room with my luggage. So as you can see, I had my own towel also. You can rent one from the reception, but I had my own, and I kept my 2 luggages, and then I used to keep my towel after showering over there. They give you a pillow and a blanket. This is me in the mirror, and as you can see, these are the stairs now. So you have to understand something, that there are a lot of stairs. I was just on the first floor, but you have to travel like one part of the stairs and then another part, and then you reach the first floor, and it's extremely difficult. I had 2 luggages, each like around 24 kgs, and I also had a cabin bag and a backpack. When I went there, it was quite easy for me because I think I was just too tired and I just wanted to get in my room, so I easily carried it upstairs. But when I wanted to go out, because I was realizing how heavy my luggage is and how many stairs there are, and they are smaller stairs because this is older construction, so it's not a big staircase. So if you are old, or if you are even aged, or if you can't carry your luggage easily, do not stay at a hostel, specifically this one, because even if you want to keep it at the hostel's locker, you have to take it down underground, and that has a lot of stairs. And if you want to take it in your room, mine was on first floor, but they have on second floor and more, so it's going to be a nightmare for you. So don't choose a hostel, not just this one, any hostel, if they don't have a lift. But because I think I could just carry the luggage, but it was quite difficult. I managed to carry them one by one, and yeah, I had 3 of them, and I slowly carried them, and then I went to the reception and then checked out. So that was my experience. Now about the reception and the people, I want to say that first of all, it's a basic hostel, like nothing special, it's just a normal place, but the people I met there, they were quite nice. And I found people from like Spain, from France, from Brazil, from Ukraine, from Russia, from Syria, from Norway, like I can't even remember. And it was extremely like talkative and like a good vibe place. So because everyone is like new, like not new, but everyone is kind of solo or something like that. So everyone talks with you and everyone is like understanding. And the room I stayed in was a mixed room, so we had both genders in them. But if you want to stay in like male specific or female specific rooms, they do have it. But yeah, if you're in like a gender neutral room, then it's just like a basic room that you are gonna get. Something to understand is that the bathrooms are shared also. So if you are like you're not comfortable with other people's being in your bathroom or something like that, you have to also take note of this, especially if you don't want the other gender to use it, because the showers are shared even though they are closed, but it's shared, so you don't have that much privacy in the hostels. And I think that applies to all the hostels. But yeah, the people were extremely nice, they were extremely friendly, and a few of them showed me around, which I did not expect. They also treated me food, and they gave me a lot of advices. Who was as young as me were like 2-3 people, like 1 guy and 2-3 girls that I met, but most of them were like older, in like the range of 28, 30, 35. I even saw like 40, 50 years. Would I go there again? So if I'm traveling solo, I'll go there again if I don't have luggage with me. If I'm traveling with my friends, I'll probably go in a hotel, because booking a hotel would be cheaper than this one. But because I'm traveling solo and I didn't knew anyone, like I don't know anyone in London or the United Kingdom, so I just was like, and my 2 Airbnbs that I paid for already got cancelled. So I'm like, I'll just get a place that accepts me, and if something is there, then I'll just change it once I'm there. But because the place was nice and I was fine with it, so I stayed there. So I hope you liked my review about this place and you got to know about this place a bit more, so you can plan your travel if you want to be there. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.